Fala galera do UFC Fight, Diego Ribas, direto de Las Vegas, with the one and only Mr. MVP. How are you, sir?
Oh, it's very good, very good. Thank you, Ryan.
It's good to see you again. Looks that's how you wanna make your performance in UFC, like fighting often, like maybe four times in 1 year.
Yeah, if I can do that 100%, I'll do it. If it makes sense, obviously I'm climbing towards the top, so it has to make sense as well. But I like to stay active. A lot of the fights that I come out of fairly unscathed, not much bruises, not much trauma in any way. So why not?
I'm not sure about this fight. I don't know if we're gonna leave the octagon without any bruise, because looks like it's gonna be a war, right?
Yeah, but you know what? I've had so many top level strikers before, and they struggle to find me. He's a good fighter. He's a good striker, but the frustration kicks in. He's going to start trying to grapple and do other stuff, and I always take it away from people's best assets as a striker. So yeah, I feel like I can come out and be good to go again.
I was about to ask you that. Do you believe in a certain point of the fight he's gonna become like a grappler?
100%. I think I'm a very, very frustrating fighter to deal with. Very, very frustrating. And if you're throwing all your best shots, your best punches, your best kicks, your best knees, and nothing is landing, you're trying to figure out in different ways and nothing is landing while you're getting hit, you're most likely going to try and change and adapt and use mixed martial arts to finish the fight.
And correct if I'm wrong, but you're taller, you have more reach, right? I guess.
I haven't even looked at that. I know he's tall. I don't know if I'm taller or the same height. I don't know. I'm not sure. I didn't really look at that.
So you come to a fight like that and you don't even know the reach. It doesn't matter at the end of the. I thought it would be important for the part of the strategy.
No, not at all. For me, it's not important at all. In terms of his reach, it's more about his timing, his speed, and those kind of things. I don't. The reach and stuff doesn't matter. I fight tall people, small people, short people, whatever. It's fine.
Perfect. Do you mind skill by skill? How do you match up this fight?
In terms, honestly, I just don't think I don't think he beats me anywhere really. So I think he's got a good body lock. He does a lot of body locks from clinch. I think he's good in that area, long arms, so on and so forth. But we drilled the hell out of counters and exactly what to do in those moments. But everywhere else, I don't think he beats me at all.
When we were offered this fight, do you remember your reaction? Like, was easy for you to say yes? Like another striker, is that the kind of matchup that you like?
Oh yeah, we said yes immediately. A second, it was Hunter that messaged me like, "Oh, what do you think about this?" I said, "Yes, let's go. Let's book it." And then I asked if it could be pushed to Manchester because I just felt it made more sense. But Ian was adamant that he wanted to be next to Big Daddy Connor for him. So I was like, cool, whatever, we'll still do it and make it happen.
Another pay-per-view card for you. Your second fight in UFC. Now you're facing number 7. You're number 14, if I'm not wrong.
Yeah, 13 or 14, something like that.
Yeah. So if you win, makes sense to think that you're going to become a top 10, right? That's the idea.
Yeah, 100%. I think that definitely puts me top 10. But I'm hoping at the higher end of that, so top 5 in terms of an opponent next. So then we just move from there to the belt.
So that would be my following question. 1 fight, top 15. 2 fights, top 10. Are you planning? That's the idea, like getting closer to the belt faster than the most of fighters.
Yeah, like it's been done. You just look at Michael Chandler. He came over, had 1 fight, and then he had a title shot. This what I'm saying is when you've got spent as much time as myself and Michael have establishing yourself outside of UFC, and then you
Alex Pereira, right?
Pereira as well, outside of UFC, and then you get to the UFC. It's only right that they give you the chance at the top of it. And I said that as well before we spoke about signing. They were like, "What are your goals?" I was like, "Put me in the deep end. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. I don't care. I'm not a young kid that just come in out. Put me in the deep end, see if I swim, and we go from there."
Olha só, pessoal, eu sei que esse vídeo tá muito bom, mas antes de você assistir ele até o final, eu peço, por favor, que você preste muita atenção no meu recado. A Spaten chegou com tudo no mercado brasileiro e é a mais nova parceira da AG Fight. Se você acompanha o noticiário do mundo das lutas, você sabe que a ligação entre a Spaten e os esportes de combate é cada vez maior. Portanto, chegou a nossa vez. É só entrar no Zé Delivery, conferir as promoções do dia e garantir a sua Spaten. E não esqueça de verificar a disponibilidade na sua região. Esse é o estilo Spaten de ser forte.
And how does it work? Like, sorry for asking that, but like, is there something the contract? Oh, if I win like 2-3 fights, I'm gonna get the title shot, something like that.
No. It's all kind of like word of mouth. It's on faith to a degree. But again, the conversation was about I'm not here to be in it for the longest amount of time. I'm not here in the next 10 years. I need to get there as quickly as possible, and we were all in agreement of that anyway. And then we just left to go from there.
I was talking about Alex Pereira a couple moments ago, and then when I think like Israel, Adesanya, all these strikers, you included, it's kind of a new area, a new moment in the UFC. And why? Why do you think the kickboxers now are making so much better than they used to do? The first kickboxers they came, high-level kickboxers, when they came to UFC, they didn't have that success that fast, you know.
I think it's because we're some of the most exciting fighters. I think every person in the crowd wants a knockout. If you get two strikers, two wrestlers in the cage, the crowd still want a knockout. They want something to happen where it forces people to throw punches, throw kicks, and somebody goes to sleep. That is the moment that is the goal moment that everyone's looking for. Like when somebody scores a goal in football, everyone jumps up. That's the moment that everyone's looking for. So strikers, it makes sense that strikers are pushed into big shows because that's what they deliver.
I agree, but at the same point, it's not that easy to adapt kickboxing or high-level striking to when it comes to takedowns and grappling. Like I said, 20 years ago, kickboxers, they were not very successful doing that. And now you guys are doing really good. Is there any point for that?
Yeah, you know what it is? I think what's happening now is everybody's being like, okay, let me start it this way. When the Gracies started their era of jiu-jitsu and people were like, what the hell is this? What took over was doing anti-jiu-jitsu, not being better in jiu-jitsu. It was learning how to just not get submitted and then getting back to your area. I think the same thing works now in MMA. There's areas that strikers want to stay on their feet. So they learn how to anti-wrestle and anti-jiu-jitsu so they can stay in the area. And I think that's all that keeps happening. When something changes, everyone learns the antidote to that and just to get themselves back to it. I don't need to be better than you in jiu-jitsu. I just need to not be submitted. I need to be able to get back to the area. That's what I need to do.
How's your jiu-jitsu, by the way?
We should roll later.
Okay. I'm a blue belt.
Yeah, we should roll.
No, last question for me. Is there any fighter, any name that you would like to fight someday? I've seen something like you were saying that you don't like Kobe. Is that true?
Oh, no, I don't like him at all. I don't like his personality. But that, right now, I don't see him on my journey. But, I'm sure at some point we'll collide. It doesn't change anything. Like I can have a dislike for somebody. It doesn't change anything about how I'm going to behave. I'm going to continue doing the same thing I do. But I don't chase down people I don't like just because I don't like them. I think the main fight I'm looking for is Leon Edwards because two British fighters, and I want to get that in the UK. I think it's going to be massive for the UK. I think it would be an exciting fight anyway. So yeah, I just want to. That's the one I'm looking for.
So many people don't like Kobe.
He's a dislike. He's a unlikable person. He has to work on his people skills.
Got it. MVP, if you don't mind, look to the camera. Send a message for your Brazilian fans why they should watch your fight Saturday night.
Guys, tune into MVP because I'm always electric, always exciting, very explosive, and very memorable. Fun to watch. So tune in.
Obrigado.
Obrigado.